Hello YouTubers. We're up to, everything's been going now 8 weeks, and we're, today's the 17th of October 2013. As you can see, things are progressing very, very well. We've actually got the plumbing completed. This bed I'm standing in front of here is basically 8 square feet, and as you can see, you can grow an awful lot of vegetables at 8 square feet. I'll try and work that. I'll put that up on the screen what it is in metric. So we've got 2.4 metres lengthways, 1.2 metres widthways, which effectively, if you stop and think about it, if you could buy an IBC and flip it up, cut it in half and flip it upside down, is what this bed is doing currently for area. So you've got, I wouldn't suggest going quite as tight on the corn, but you can get a lot of corn plants in an area this size. And like I said last week, I don't know what you pay in the shop for corn, but I think we've got well over a dozen corn cobs on here now. And then we've got the carrots in here. Then we've got some little corn we just dropped in the other day. That's just new. Excuse me. Not only that, just over their side there, I'm probably not sure you can see them. I've got strawberries in there as well. Some of these things are things that cost a lot of money when you go to the supermarket, and that was what I was getting out of my Don't Garden at the Supermarket video. We've got cucumbers, I've got space, and I've got over the far side, which, because I haven't bought them over as yet, the zucchinis, peas and beans and etc. I mean, they'll all fit in this area, you know. So it just goes to prove you don't have to have a lot of space, particularly if you use this type of gardening method. You get a lot of plants, vegetables growing, because the plants aren't fighting for nutrients. An interesting little thing while I say this, it's when you normally plant out on the ground, you're looking at row distances. But if you look on the back of a packet seed, it might say 60 centimetres, 66 centimetres or whatever. You know, the plant grows. Plants are quite close. But all you're doing is when you plant into a bag, you're planting at the spacing between plants, and you're not allowing for row widths, because you're not having to contend with row widths in this situation. There's a little bit of a gap between each bag to allow air pruning, but your densities can be a lot higher. And looking back, I really thought initially there I had put the corn in a little bit tight. I probably could go a little bit thinner on them, but because I've got such a fairly big area here that I'm going to be doing in beds, it's not an issue to me. I can, with the bigger bags, I don't know if you can see this bag here, that's a big Bunnings bag, that particular colour green there, and they're quite big, and I have no reason to believe why I can't get comfortably 6 sweet corn, 6 tomatoes in each one. So like this little red one here, I cut that back to 4 corn because of its size. But yeah, really at the end of the day, you can get a lot of vegetables in here, particularly things that you, I mean your herbs you can easily grow in the system, but tomatoes you can start in the spring, go through the summer, and there are some varieties of tomato, if you drop a cover over this, a screen, right, you could grow all year round like you would in a greenhouse. So really, you do have the luxury of having fresh veggies on the table every week. I'm just going to put my microphone cable around this rose and not fall over, like I almost did. I'm going to take you down here to this end. You may hear the water running from the... that's the water running in from our plumbing, which John wonderfully finished for me. Got the last of it done this morning, and then we found we had a tiny wee water leak, but that's not a big issue. We will get that sorted out. That's the sound of the water running. It's going in this end and out the other end. So the bed constantly is set to 65 millimetres in depth, which is about an inch and a half. I've come to the conclusion that's all you need in water, because you want the bulk of the bag to air prune. And I'm not sure you can see the tomatoes. This here is a Roma tomato breed. over the far side there, that's a beefsteak, but I have found that I can buy the German Johnson tomato now here in Australia. So I've got 2 varieties of tomato here, and I can easily get a third. I mean, I haven't really stacked these bags very well. I mean, as we get up and running, I'll get a lot more in there. But that's not even including the other beds that are going to go in here. Saying that, we have just in the last couple of days, because we've had a lot of rain and thunderstorm here in Queensland, with the issues that we're having trying to level this bed, because this bit of ground has actually got a lot of fall in it. From where I'm standing to where the back of the area we're using is falling a good 2.5 feet. So you're looking at well over 60 mil. So we're putting in a retaining wall in the back corner, and then we're going to backfill all in behind here to level it out, so when we do the bigger beds, like this bed that's going over this far side, I'm just going to walk around this rose bush so I don't trip over again. The bed that goes in here, which will predominantly be deep water culture, floating raft, is 4.8 metres long and it's 1.2 metres wide, same width as that one, which basically makes them the same width as an IBC. An IBC is 1.2 metres by 1 metre. I think I've said that a couple of times in other videos, but it's worth repeating. So if you've only got, you know, a little bit of space, you probably can go halves with somebody and buy an IBC, cut it in half and create your own system. Just drop a couple of mosquito dunks in the bottom of it if you're worried about mosquitoes, or alternatively you could create a little pumping system. I mean, it's up to you how you go about it. We really haven't had any major issues with mosquitoes. My wife did put some dill in one of the beds. We think that it was the dill or one of the herbs actually chased the mozzies away. We're not 100% sure on that one. Yeah, it's pretty much, that's pretty much where we're at today. Yeah, the plumbing's all in. So I'm not going to stand here and rattle on for forever and a day. I think we've pretty much covered it for this week. So I'll let you go and I'll get back to things I need to get done. Okay, thank you.